We had a conversation with Hassan about joining her.
It takes two to be in a toxic relationship. Loser!
Oh, she'd be done. I pull the plug.
So you might have remembered a couple of days ago, there was a situation between Misk and Emaroo. I did a video breaking down the initial allegations, going over it in detail. And obviously what happens with loads of these dramas, there are ripples, there are things that happen afterwards, other points brought up, people trying to contend them. If you remember, again, Emaroo made her initial claim on a stream. This was a statement that was read through basically by lawyers. And then Misk did his response. It was kind of more off the cuff.
It's time to go full demon time.
But the first piece of information that's actually came out after Misk and Emaroo released their response was from another creator called I Keep It Taco. You might remember when Emaroo made her claim against Misk, she basically said one of the main reasons of why she wanted to stay silent for so long is because she was worried that Misk would basically start a smear campaign against her. And one of the biggest claims against that is alleging that she was basically killing her pet rabbits, mainly due to negligence on her end.
Multiple people have told me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals and that I killed my own rabbits, since I had several of my rabbits pass away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him.
And when Emaroo released her response, basically the first half of Misk's response was solely spent talking about these rabbits. And to be honest, I really haven't seen a lot of people latch onto this defense that much. I mean, again, like I talked about in the original video, it really didn't help that Misk basically admitted to pretty much everything, but then also tried to say that there was a different kind of context there. But this creator that I mentioned earlier, I Keep It Taco, basically provided a lengthy statement surrounding the allegations of Emaroo's rabbits. So he opens up by saying that him and Emaroo have been friends together for, 10 years. And also saying that him seeing people call Emaroo like an animal abuser or a pet killer is just insane and incorrect. He also claims that the points that Misk made are very easily refutable. And he thinks that Misk is basically doing this to avoid any kind of accountability. Now, I Keep It Taco. And again, I feel like we're talking about very serious allegations here. And I have to keep saying the name over and over. I Keep It Taco. I mean, man. So he believed that the cage the rabbits were kept in was actually left at Misk's house until Emaroo left in July 2024. And he also thinks that Misk actually recorded this and then kept it as leverage to use in the future against Emaroo. I mean, you've probably seen the footage online. These animals were living in just absolute squalor.
These are mites all around her cage.
And also at the same time as well, why is it only now that the situation with the rabbits, their living conditions, is only being brought up? Why was it not brought up earlier? So Taco, and I'm going to refer to him as Taco going ahead because I cannot keep saying in this seriously themed video, I Keep It Taco. I'm just going to say Taco, okay? But Taco claimed basically to the best of his knowledge that Emaroo left the cage at Misk's house because she was moving away and was planning on buying a new cage at her new house. And also apparently there wasn't really a point in cleaning this cage out if it was never going to be used again. Hence why there were rabbit droppings in the video. And there were I know I've had rabbits, right? I mean, I still have Blue, my rabbit that's still alive somehow. I mean, the guy's 11 years old or something. But, in the videos that have been circulating online, there are probably dozens, if not the best part of 100 droppings in a cage. On top of that as well, Taco actually claims that he did actually help build the cage last summer, meaning that the rabbits weren't being kept in the one that we saw in Misk's video. Something worth noting as well, because I've had 3 rabbits growing up. They're surprisingly pretty dirty animals. For example, if you open up the Skibbity toilet bowl and you drop a number 2, you probably do that 2 times, maybe 3 times a day if you had something spicy. Rabbits will just do it constantly and endlessly. And if you really wanted a cage that was pristine without any kind of rabbit droppings, you're probably cleaning that cage around 2 to 3 times a day. And Taco basically says, since Emaroo didn't clean the cage when she was moving out, it was most likely kept unattended, which is also where the infestation of bugs come from as well. Now, even though a rabbit cage can get dirty, bugs just randomly spawning in, it doesn't make too much sense. But also at the same time as well, what Emaroo was basically alleging against Misk, it was apparently such a toxic environment that she could basically not even take care of herself, let alone her rabbits. Then the actual big allegation is that Emaroo was apparently letting her rabbits die. So Taco comes out and states that 2 of the rabbits are actually still alive and attaches a photo. Here's the proof on screen right now. But one of them sadly did pass away in June 2024. That rabbit was called Bean. Apparently Bean had a lot of complications during her lifespan. She'd pass out, she'd have seizures, and a vet actually attributed her heart nodes not being fully developed, meaning it would like randomly stop pumping blood. These were complications that Bean basically had since birth. And though this should have dissipated with time, the problems seem to re-emerge in adulthood. Now, again, I don't want to be the Reddit scholar here. I've had 3 rabbits growing up as a kid, like family pets. 2 of them have passed away. One of them, Blue, is still alive. Again, it is an actual miracle that the guy's made it so long. I mean, rabbits growing up, unfortunately, they do have a lot of health complications. Like one rabbit that I had, Aslan, he actually ended up like passing away or dying from a stroke. And seeing that happen and then being powerless to do anything, it's horrible. Like genuinely, it's one of the worst experiences you can go through as like any kind of owner. And I mean, I was like a teenager when that happened. Like it's horrible to witness that. Now, there were other rabbits that passed away when Emaroo was actually looking after them, but this apparently was largely in part of the breeder who actually sold Emaroo the rabbits, not really doing their job, breeding rabbits with poor genetics. And Taco even goes into detail over this. We didn't learn this till the Buns bred later on in their lives, and we learned it over time. That's also how Mocha died in September 2021, 6 to 10 months old. Her mum, 6 years old, passed away a few months after giving birth to Mocha. Unfortunately, Mocha inherited poor genetics from Poe, which caused her to pass away early. Now, again, I'm not going to put my hands up and be like, guys, I've had 3 rabbits. I know exactly how rabbits work. I know all the genetics. I know exactly what's wrong with this rabbit. But rabbits, like people in the Victorian times, would have as many offspring as possible because not all of them are really expected to survive. He follows this as well by saying that Emaroo actually had a long history of looking after rabbits. She spent thousands of dollars trying to give them a good life, even if that rabbit wasn't going to live for very long. Taco also points out that like very loud noises can also be detrimental to a rabbit's health. Loud noises can lead to extreme fear, heart attacks, and even health problems like gastrointestinal stasis. It's important to provide a calm environment and a safe, quiet hiding place to minimize their stress. So again, if what Emaroo says is true, Misk, slamming doors, yelling, and then throwing things around probably didn't help the environment the rabbit was in. Now, there is some more developments I wanted to go over as well. Some coming from Misk himself. If you remember, at the beginning of his stream, he said that he was going full demon time again.
Demon time.
Probably not the best look. Now, again, remember when I said in the original video, when someone gets into controversy, what happens is everyone tries to dig up everything that's ever been said in the past to like use it against them. Like there was one clip, for example, where Misk was talking about the possibility of Hassan actually wanting to sign onto OTK.
You know what's crazy, chat?
But you guys offered me a shit money.
I remember I was playing Super Mario 64. We had a conversation with Hassan about joining it. This was like 5 years ago.
Well, who's an OTK now?
Everyone else has been canceled.
People also clipped what he was saying in his offline chat shortly after all the allegations came out as well. According to Misk, he was using a lot of drugs at the time, and he tried to basically blame that on his behavior, stating that he did genuinely try to fix himself using shrooms and steroids. And apparently even Misk's sister got involved, stating that she doesn't believe that Misk is a shitty person, but instead a shitty boyfriend. And apparently, from her claim, it takes 2 to be toxic in a relationship.
I'm not saying she should have kept quiet. I think that her feelings are valid. Like I said, I think that he is a shitty boyfriend, not a shitty person. Okay? It takes 2 to be in a toxic relationship.
And of course, like I said multiple times in this video and the original video, once something bad happens, people will then dig into the past and try to bring up old clips to then retroactively use against you. Like, for example, this clip of the Real Housewives podcast back when Misk was dating Maya. You can see Misk coming onto stream when he came 3rd place. I'm not entirely sure what in, to be honest, but he definitely lost something. And when he walks in the room, Maya actually points at him and says loser in a pretty jerky tone.
Loser!
Oh, there he is. He's
Loser!
That's third place. That's third place.
But then Misk kind of, crashes out, rips the headphones off her head, possibly breaking them, and then, refusing to pick them up.
second loser.
And then you can see Maya, like her tone here completely switches. She asks Miskif to pick up the headphones, and then he just walks away, slams the door.
Matt, if you broke that headset, you are DMing Shroud right now.
He double dropped it.
Pick up my headset.
Go get the SIM jar.
Throw the SIM jar.
And then when he does actually go to pick them back up, he kind of like fake hands it to her before like pulling it away.
What an attention whore you are. Oh, he doesn't have the thing on.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
no claps yet. Oh my god, I hate him.
And then there's another clip that people pulled up as well of Miskif getting angry when Maya actually succeeded. This is when she was talking about how many viewers she had while she was doing an IRL stream. So he gets really annoyed, and then she basically tells chat that Miskif isn't happy when she does well.
I don't have more viewers when I'm doing sponsors at my desktop.
You had 7,000 viewers when you were playing the crane game.
I had 14,000 this morning IRLing at the nonprofit.
Okay, I didn't need to hear that.
He gets upset when I succeed.
He then starts explaining, like going into a tangent, saying how he made Maya's career, and then got mad when she started surpassing him in viewership and followers. Again, very similar to the stuff that was talked about with Emaroo's claims as well.
Okay, I used no. I used to get upset. I'm not kidding you, chat. I used to legitimately get fucking pissed because I'm like, are you fucking serious? I brought this bitch into the world, and now all of a sudden she's fucking growing faster than I was. Because I was going like this, and she was going like this. And I'm like, what the hell is this crap? What is going on here? It's the fucking Babsity effect. So I was pissed. I'm like, you were such a pussy.
You know, this is all while Maya is sitting, shaking her head, looking very visibly upset as well. And then when Maya does actually push back on the way that he's being, saying that it's crazy to admit that, you know, to almost be proud of it, Miskif just says that he doesn't care.
The fact that you can say that and feel like it's okay that you felt that way and just be like, yeah, I was like that is crazy. That's bad.
Is it bad?
Yes.
And guess what? I don't care anymore.
That's bad.
But I don't care anymore. And I stopped caring.
And then there's this like one character breaking moment that's kind of sad to watch, honestly. Maya basically says he's fine as long as I never surpass him in viewership. And then Miskif agrees, saying that he'd pull the plug on the relationship.
He's okay as long as I never have more viewers than him. If I ever surpassed him in viewership, which will never happen.
Oh, she'd be done. I'd pull the plug.
He could not take it. He could not.
There's also been some other clips of Miskif that people didn't really agree with. Like, for example, when he's buzz cutting Maya and he's clearly like hurting her with the electric razor. Whether he's aware of that or not, I'm not really sure. But then when she complains about it, he actually smacks her on the back of her head.
Ow! Jesus!
Welcome to boy haircuts.
Ow!
That's what they do.
What is wrong with you?
But yeah, honestly, it just looks like this situation has no end, and it just seems to be getting like worse and worse.